stand at North Cape, staring out of time into the nothing.
The Vice-Chancellor asked for a project to do with climate change, and we had a record label.
Caught between the devil and my apathy.
So we came up with the idea of releasing an album of songs that addressed the theme of climate change. It's always on my mind about what we do with the world and what kind of world we're going to create for our children. There's a lot of guilt involved.
The future's eyes still change, they're preaching on TV.
The University of Winchester is committed to engaging students on the subject of climate change, and this album of 11 songs called This Changes Everything has already inspired other works, including arrangements by the University Folk Choir, digital media, a short film, illustrations and spoken word poetry, and it also became a finalist in the 2017 Green Gown Awards for Student Engagement.
For a number of years in creative writing, we've had a third-year module called Creative Visions, where we've tackled subjects like climate change. So for us to be able to talk about it within song, which is my favourite way of expressing opinions and ideas anyway, was just an absolutely wonderful opportunity. And raising awareness and creating a dialogue is the first step of many, I think, in creating change. So by talking about it, essentially we're doing, and that was at the crux of the album.
It goes through the normal one once and then...
Okay, right, yeah.
Then the D instead of the C.
So after, so we go through.
There needs to be a voice in society all the time that's saying this.
We may be brothers after all, we may beneath the dialogue. We need to talk about the way we live our lives. We may be kings in Washington, we may be braves beneath the moon, but I have faith in the permanent sky.
It's a really worrying time, and the opportunity to be involved in the project for me was really good, and it was an important opportunity. You know, it doesn't really matter about the songs themselves, it matters about what you do afterwards. And then maybe writing your own songs, or writing your poetry, or a play, or a book, or become a scientist, you know, actually go to the root. Because I think the environment is something that really ought to unite every single human being on the planet.
This is such an innovative project and approach because it's not just about the music, it's how those messages and how students and the community, including one of the local sixth form colleges, have got involved with understanding, first of all, liking the music, but importantly, hearing the messages about climate change.
The University of Winchester is a very special place. By holding people and all living things in the highest regard, the standard is set. And the commitment to do right for our planet runs through every aspect of life on campus and beyond.
I'm very proud that we've just set up a research centre for climate change education and communication. It's in its infancy, but it's growing. And I'm also really pleased that we're looking to give students, no matter what subject they're studying, the opportunity to engage with issues of climate change and some of the other big issues facing humankind. And it will be wonderful if when every single student leaves this university, they've had some of those big conversations.
Laura Durrant and Alex DuPont both study creative and professional writing at Winchester and work to promote the album as interns with Splendid Records. Splendid Records is the university's own record label, which was created as a platform for emerging artists and encompasses all aspects of creating, marketing and promoting music, giving students the industry experience so necessary for success in their careers.
As a team, we've helped achieve some good stuff this year. Every time I mention Splendid Records or the climate change album to people, there's always interest. It's never just, oh, cool. It's always, oh, that sounds awesome, unique. How can I get involved?
I wrote them a content strategy for sort of the website, started doing stuff on Twitter, Facebook, sort of promote the album, promote the artist.
We spent one day going around Winchester trying to see if any stores wanted to stock the record.
A couple of places gave us email addresses to talk to, and from there Alex was able to email these people and start up a conversation of how to get it sold in places, and we ended up getting it placed in the Oxfam bookshop and with bounty hunters.
We aim to continue that. We want to do more live events in the future. We want more places to stock the album. We want more artists on the label. We just want this thing to grow, and that's what we're trying to do. Music can change the world.
Work around climate change and to make it so accessible by adding beautiful and interesting music to it and then produce a CD is wonderful. And we give it out to all our first years and we really hope it inspires them to think more about these big issues like climate change.